struggle with them, that built with them, why would they at a point abandon them? What is the reason? What causes it? Is it possible? Is it what is obtainable? Or is it just an illusion? And what can be done to avoid it? Yes, this is what we want to look at today, because it has been a topic that has been plaguing us for a long time. It has been coming up off and on our platform. Members complaining, I built with my husband, I labor with my partner, and when he made it big, he took a side chick and he left me and he started mistreating me. And it's not only men. We've had cases whereby ladies were trained by their partners sacrificed their youth, send them to the university, send them to school. When they graduated, the partner is waiting for them to come back, for them to do the marriage, to tie the nuptial knot, and the person now comes back with, you are not my level, I've got somebody. How much have you spent on me? How much have you? I'll calculate the money and pay to you, and I have my freedom. I cannot look at you now, look at me now. We don't belong to the same class again. So what can we do to avoid such cases? Because it has been bringing about a lot of problems, a lot of breakups, a lot of dissatisfaction in relationships, making people to lose faith in relationships, making people to lose hope, lose trust in relationships. And that is what we're fighting. We are fighting against relationship problems that make relationships not to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. Those are the things we are tackling on this platform, and we're also interested in making you to get your partner, your soulmate, your local, your love. And we are also learning how to make our relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. So that's why we are here, and this is Catchy Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform, where we come to find love, come to find connection, come to find relationship, and come to learn how to make our relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. So if you are there, you are looking for a partner, you want a soulmate, you want a partner, you can come up to can send us an invite to bring up to the screen. So you tell us your name, your age, location, blood group, genotype, what you do for a living. Then you describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner might even be there at the comment section waiting for you, and connection will take place immediately. Or you can join us. There's a link somewhere, either at the bio or the description or anywhere around the video. Or after the live, we'll drop a link that will take you straight to our community. We'll do matchmaking. Your partner might be there already, waiting patiently and impatiently for you. Then you can also drop all your information in the comment section. Let's know your name, your age, location, blog group, genotype, what you do for a living. Drop all of them at the comment section. We'll pick it up from there and then get you sorted. So today we're looking at a prevalent topic, something that has been bringing about so many breakups, so many marriages breaking down, so many dissatisfaction in marriages, which is you start struggle with your partner, you support him or her, you are there for him or her, but you are using the male gender as a case study this time around. Why is it that a man will have a woman build with her, will have a woman struggle with her, will have a woman sacrifice her youth, sacrifice her own career to build him up? After that, he now shows her the back door. He mistreats her. Why is this so? Why is this so? And these are the things we want to look at, and we also look at the solution. What can be done so that such things don't happen again, so that such situations do not arise again, for us to keep on having our relationships to be sweet. So number one thing that we have identified that brings about this kind of a situation is a situation whereby a partner or a man has been built. I have worked with my partner, he has become big, he has now become let's use the word, he has arrived. So because he has arrived, he has now had a changed personality. His priorities have changed. He is no more regarded. Maybe some people will adopt the name they call Odogu, or Odogu Malay, or a bigger boys, or just a kind of a name to show that yes, he has stepped up. So when he has attained this height, he has gotten to this position, he has gotten this name, this Odogu Malay, he now starts feeling that my social circle has changed. He has to come up now. He come up to a certain level. He start looking for a partner that will bring him up or match his level, or somebody he feels that can match his level or his standard, or that his present status. He starts looking for such kind of a person. The next thing that brings about this problem of men abandoning the women that work with them, the women that labor with them, to start going out with other women when they have made success, is when they have new experiences. When this increase has brought about, of course, they are now having new experiences, experiences in their upbringing. Maybe they were not living where they were living initially. They were living in maybe a moderate environment, a calm in society where there could be sanity. Now he has stepped up. He's no more living, maybe he was living in a suburb, but because money has come, he now steps up into living in a bigger place, in a new environment, a posh area. And with that kind of a change in his experiences, he might start looking for people that can make him to feel, yeah, to validate him, to make him feel, yes, I have arrived really, or that people that will make him feel that, yes, you have really increased your status, you have really achieved a height. And that experience, that new experience, is bringing about new friends, new connection, new change of lifestyle. If he used to go out once in a week, he will start going out 2 times because the money is there. If he used to use a small vehicle, he has now gotten a bigger vehicle. He has started looking big. And all those new experiences will make him to be vulnerable, will make it to be tempting for him to move, for him to abandon his love, abandon the woman he struggled with. It's something that we've seen everywhere. He starts feeling insecure. He needs validation. He needs people that can applaud him, where he can go to, because that his wife or that his woman, those his circle initially when he was not big, may not be hailing him, oh, God, chairman. They may not be good at giving him that hailing that he needs. So, but this new group he may meet, may the group that may meet him as a big guy, and they know how to double for him, they know how to share him, they know how to give him, inflate his ego, that will give him the vibes he wants. So the temptation for him to move out from his spread, for that relationship to a bigger relationship or another relationship will be very high. That's the second reason. The third reason that can make a man to move out from his partner, to leave his partner where he has made it big, is selfishness and lack of commitment. He was never committed to that relationship. Maybe he just wanted that partner as a ladder. Like somebody was saying it one day. She said that a walking stick, that some men use their wives, especially their first wives, or wives that, or women that struggle with them, they use them as walking stick when they are learning to walk. When they need a help, a support, they use those wives as a support, as a walking stick. And along the line, when they don't need the walking stick again, they abandon the wives, they abandon the women that labor with them, they abandon that partner that was there for him, because he doesn't need her again. He has gotten what he wanted. He was never committed to the relationship. He was never emotionally connected. He was never emotionally invested in that relationship. It was just because she was the one that offered him a listening ear, offered him a shoulder to cry on, offered him support, offered him ability, time, that was there with him to help him to grow. So that lady has helped him to grow. He has now grown. So he does not need his walking stick again. The walking stick is now discarded because he can now walk on his own. He doesn't need her again, so he abandons her. And he will not need her again until when he is old, as in old, or when he has an issue, or when he has a challenge, or when he has maybe along the line, no condition is permanent, he may have a financial accident that may make him to crash again, and he may want to rebuild again. That is when he will remember that walking stick. He will go and start looking for that walking stick, where he kept it, where he threw it, and pick it up to come and start building, to start making him to grow how to walk again. So that's what happens. So if that guy is selfish, he's using that partner as a walking stick, he's not emotionally committed to her, that is where it will be very easy for him. Once he makes a success, he will abandon her, move on, and find another person. That is it. The next thing that can make a man to quickly leave his partner that was there with him, to go for another woman, will be a situation whereby the roles have changed. His role, maybe he used to do a particular role, and that used to make him to be at the same place with the partner, but because now he's flying from tomorrow, he's flying to Lagos, from Lagos Abuja, from Abuja to UK, from UK to US, he's always on the move. His role has changed, and because his role has changed, his interests also have changed, and because his interests have changed, he is also a changed person. He is not having that role that brought the two of them together. That role is not there again, and because the role that was always binding them together is not there again, it's easy for him to forget about her, or to abandon her, and to look elsewhere. You see the problem? So those are the major reasons why a guy will make it big, and after making it big, he will abandon the woman that was there for him, that built with him, that helped him out. Another one is ego. A guy that has ego, that has this feeling that he feels entitled. He is a man, the male ego. I can do anything I feel like doing. I can do anything I want to do. I am the man. If that man is that egoistic, he might decide to just do anything anyhow, irrespective of the fact that he is hurting somebody. That ego in him, that ego may make him to just go ahead and do anything he wants to do. So, and that is what we are now talking about, that these are the reasons. Then another thing that people don't mention or may not be mentioned is the woman's attitude towards the man when he was not quite wealthy, when they were building. What was your attitude towards him? Were you supportive, or were you trying to uh, um, give him hand and collect leg? We know that men like their prestige, they like respect. When you were not when he was not comfortable, when he was still struggling, were you nice enough? Were you kind enough? Were you not using your mouth to scatter things? Or were you supportive, encouraging him, hailing him, telling him, I know you will make it. Don't worry, I'm with you. I'm standing by you. You must definitely make it. We'll break through. If you are that kind of a woman that you were supporting him, using your words, going with him all the way, and you are there, his emotions might be too attached to you to the extent that he might not be able to leave you. He might not be able to abandon you when the time comes that he has made it big. He might not be able. So we are looking at the deficiency from the man's side. We also look at the deficiency from the woman's side. What are your attitude towards him when he was not yet made, when he was struggling? Were you there for him? Were you there all along, supporting him, encouraging him? Or were you there running him down, diminishing him, using your mouth to run him down? You help him with one hand, you're using one mouth to scatter. Look at your mates, are they not like you? Why are you like this? If you are deflating his ego when he was poor, when he was still struggling, by the time he makes it big, he might not want something that will be reminding him of when he was poor. He might not want something that may be reminding him of when he was in difficulties. And if you are part of those things that are reminding him of when he was suffering, he might want to push ahead. He might want to go ahead. He might not want to tag along with you. Let's face it, we have to be realistic so that we'll be able to take corrections. This is Kechi Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We come to connection, want to find connection, come to find love, come to find relationship, and learn how to make a relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. If you are there and you want a partner, this is your time. If you are there, you want a soulmate, you want a counsel, you want advice, this is your time. Can bring it up, can send an invite, we'll bring up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, location, blog group, genotype, and tell us kind of a partner you want. Or if you want counsel, you can come up to the screen and tell us your counsel or what you want a counsel on. Or if you want to make a contribution, either you drop it at the comment section or you come up to the screen and do your contribution. I can see a lot of people here. Thank you very much. I can see my senior, Joy. I can see you. Your presence is always a joy to me. You are always spreading joy. You are joy now, so you just have to share joy. Thank you very much for your presence. I can see Fumi. Fumi, you are welcome. This is Kechi Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. Today we are looking at why is it that some men, they will make it big. They will build. They will become big and they will abandon the women that built with them. Why is it so? And we are also looking at the solution. What do we do so that this thing does not happen again? Because it has become a recurrent indices. It's everywhere. It's hard everywhere. And surprisingly, it's not only men that abandon women. Women also abandon men. And we now know that it is not news again. But since the one that is mostly made loud is women being abandoned by their men, we have picked it up now to handle it, to sort out how it could be done so that it does not happen again, so that relationships, because people are losing trust, losing faith, losing credibility. Marriages, relationships are losing credibility because of this kind of an experience. And so we want to tackle it now. So we have said that we brought up about 7 points, 7 reasons why men will want to abandon the women that followed them to build and move on to another woman when the money comes. We've brought them out together and we have mentioned them. If you are there and you were not here with us when we started, you can just listen to the brief summary of what we think, of what we have brought out, that are the reasons why some men will want to abandon their women when they become big. What are the reasons? Listen to them very well. So the question that why do some men abandon women that built with them, okay, after they have made it in life? There are so many of them, but I've narrowed them to about 10 in number. Okay. Number 1 is change priorities or insecurity in the part of the men. Okay. As some men gain success, their priorities and self-perceptions might change. Okay. They might feel they have overgrown or outgrown the relationship, or may seek partners they believe are more aligned with their new social or financial status. Alternatively, they might feel insecure or inadequate in a relationship where the power dynamics shifts. Yes. The second one is their desire for a new experience or validation. Success can bring newfound attention and opportunities, leading some men to seek validation or excitement from other relationships. You see? The desire for novelty or a sense of reinvention might drive them to abandon their original partner. You see? The third one is selfishness or lack of commitment. Lack of commitment. Some individuals may have been with their partner for practical or supportive reasons during tough times, but might not have the emotional depth or commitment to maintain the relationship on long-term basis. See? Once they are financially stable, they might feel less obliged to stay on. They may not want to move. The fourth one is ego and power dynamics. Success can lead some people to develop a sense of entitlement or a belief that they deserve more than what they have had before. Okay. The balance of power in the relationship may shift. Some men might abandon the women who help them to build their success, feeling they have outgrown their role. You see? The fifth one is changed interest. Sometimes the shared vision or connection that initially bonded the couple's fates as one or both individuals change with time. When success brings about new interests, social circles, or ambitions, a couple might grow apart. Number 6 is cultural or social pressure. There may be external pressure such as societal expectations or the desire to fit into a new lifestyle that prompts some men to abandon their previous partners. They might be influenced by the idea that a successful man should be with someone who matches their new status. Each situation is unique, and the reasons for this behavior is complex and multifaceted, often involving both individuals' insecurity and changes in external circumstances. You see, and that is why we are saying that where it is concerned that people are thinking that they have overgrown their circumstances, they need a change. So that woman that was there with you is the one you want to change from. So they now move to another partner. So today I was on live with a group of people, and that was the topic they were handling. And some of them came up with so many exciting and wonderful wonderful reasons why these things are happening. And I want us to share it today. They are like built. They mostly don't remember where you are coming from. Only 5% do. So they say when they are treating you, you the woman you'll be saying, where me and this man we are coming from. After everything, the days we were sleeping on the floor, the days we had nothing to eat, still, the days I paid this man's school fees. They are not all about that. They just want to fulfill that fantasy. Wow, this woman is beautiful. Fair woman, light skin, big young, big breast. Oh, she's intelligent, she's educated. So that is why we mostly tell women, I mostly tell women, if you are with a man you started from the scratch with, build yourself along with this man. So that peradventure this man wants to satisfy his fantasy, then you can also have a life ahead of you. That's the solution. If you move on tomorrow, you wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm leaving. All right, there's no problem, because you know with the kind of status, without where you have built yourself, financially, materially, educational-wise, you can survive. There is no pity anywhere. If it leaves you now, okay, no problem. All right, no problem. Amicably, how do we take care of the children or whatever? If there are kids involved, if they are not care, everybody go their way. So you are not like, oh, pity, everything. I know in relationship we invest time, money, and everything, energy. But if you have also built yourself along the line with that man, and you have also studied, men, they are not made for, I don't know how to say it, love, nay. Women love their children, while men satisfy their fantasy. Most men, they are not mostly made for, like I say, a man, he can just flip on the second thought. Say, this man, he left this his wife after all this year. Or even if heaven and earth will come and start talking, the man is not interested. He just want to fulfill that his fantasy. He just want to explore. So, and if he's exploring and the chances of exploring, he meets a woman who wants to have it all, because they start with cheating.
There are some side chick or ladies you meet outside, they want to have it all. They don't want to share. So he knows the man is married, and he knows that this is the kind of woman that this man actually wants. The man has fallen in love. The side chick or the woman, she wants to have it all. The man is not going to come back to you. You're the woman that has suffered with him and all that. So I think that men want to fulfill their fantasy. Men want to explore. They are not bad. It is the way they are built. It is the way God created them. Only few men remember where they are coming from, how you suffered for them. So as a woman, when you are with a man, try to build yourself along with that man and try to study the biological makeup of a man and how God created them, the things that they are capable of and the things that they are not capable of. And also, you have to pray as a woman that your sacrifice will not be in vain. You will not labor in vain. That's just all. Nothing more. Thank you, host, for giving me this opportunity to air my view.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you. Just said it all. Yeah, you even went to the end side of saying the solution, because we are talking about the problems. Why is it that men will want to do this? We also mentioned that apart from all these points of man arriving, looking for change values, looking for validation, looking for pressure disturbing him, and so many things, experiences, new experiences, making him to leave the partner he built with to a new partner. Apart from all these things, we also said that we women at times will contribute to what is killing, what is helping a relationship to be ruined. If you are not nice to that man when he was struggling, by the time he arrives, by the time he has made it big, no matter the difficulty, no matter the problem you pass through for him, he might still be remembering some small bad words you used on him when he was trying to grow, and those words will make him to feel bad, and he may make him to forget about you and move on. And so now that we are thinking of what you can do to make sure such trends are stopped, we have to incorporate it into our own activities. Learn how to speak kind words to your partner when he's struggling, so that by the time he has made it big, he will not run from you because of those bad words you've spoken to him or you've said used on him. It will help this problem to be over. So we are going to look at the solution to these things that men are doing, and we also listen to a person, a guy a lady that will come and summarize the whole thing for us, so that we'll have a shared knowledge, we'll have an in-depth view of what we're talking about. So the first thing we must put in place, if you don't want your partner to abandon you after he has made it big, right from the beginning of your relationship, try to incorporate the attitude of having open communication. You should be able to communicate openly, talk about everything, be open, be transparent, speak about everything that concerns your relationship. There should not be any topic that will be too difficult for you people to raise. No topic should be too difficult for you people to discuss. Once you have this attitude, build it into your relationship, it will help you to avoid a situation like that. The next thing is that can also, when the thing happens, you can go for therapy, but that one is usually the last but not the least. You also set boundaries in your relationship. You are relating with this man, set boundaries with him at the initial time of your relationship. Let him know the no-go areas in your relationship. Let him know what he shouldn't do, or what you cannot do, or what he cannot do in that relationship, so that you will not have this challenge eventually. Then another thing is you should be empathic. Two of you should be committed to each other empathically. It should not be a situation whereby you are the only one who is emotionally involved in that relationship. If your partner is not emotionally committed to you, what are you doing with him? That is where it starts. He doesn't have anything, and yet he's not communicating with you. He's not connecting with you emotionally. Why will you be in that relationship? That is when he will find it easy to move on at every slightest opportunity. So try and make sure that you rediscover. You people should have shared values. Let your plans be the same thing as his plan. Let his values be the same as his values, so that it will help people not to separate, not to easily part ways. You should also have ability to have a plan together. You people should have always set goals. Achieve one goal. After achieving one goal, you set another goal to achieve together. Work together. Also have clear understanding of your expectations. What do we expect from this relationship? Are we expecting in this relationship for us to grow old together? If two of your plan is for you to grow old together in your relationship, it will help you to stay better, to stay connected. There will be no room of him parting ways with you along the line. Then the next thing is that you have to be growing. There's no reason why your partner should be the only one that's growing and you are not there sitting down there stagnant. It doesn't work out. You should learn how to grow as he's growing in his own, or if it is a business two of you are doing jointly, let it be that as it's growing, it is supposed to be two people growing, not only one person. Get involved to the extent that you are really involved in that business or in that whatever thing he's doing, so that when this success comes, it will be success of two of you and not one person's success. Or if it must be his own success, then try to develop yourself, try to grow on your own, so that by the time it thinks of moving on, it thinks of abandoning you, it will not be abandoned to nothingness. You will be abandoned to something. For example, those men that train girls in school and the girls come back and abandon them, if they were also training themselves in school, if they were also in school, the girls will not abandon them, because they will be coming up and the girls are coming up. They are coming up in pari passu. They are not two, like one person is higher up there and the other person is higher down there. That is when the disparity will bring forth this separation. So as your partner is growing, making it big in his business or in his career, or is becoming that big, then you should also prop up yourself to be big, to be a name, to be a personality in your own area, so that he will also, you will always be relevant in his life. He will always be able to reckon with you. I don't know if I'm making sense. That is what we must do to make sure that this trend of men making it big, abandoning their women, or of women feeling that they have been silent because their partners have made it big, it shouldn't come into place. So that is what we must do to make sure that these relationships where we hear, I was there with my partner, I built with him, he became big and he abandoned me, it is not going to happen again if we incorporate all these weights. And the lady that is going to help us to tell us, they analyze the whole thing, we are going to listen to her and hear what she has to say as a contribution to this topic. Sister, we are waiting for you.
Suffered for with a man, and the man decides to abandon the woman at the end of the day. But having said that, some men do. One of the speaker earlier on, I can't remember, was saying no man will do that, no man will do that. Of course, any man in his right senses will not want to do that. But if any man does that, there might be some underlying factors. Now, the truth is, what works for Mr. A, what will make Mr. A to abandon a woman that suffers with him, might not make Mr. B to abandon a woman that suffers with him.
Why is that?
He is the one that is wearing the shoes.
Okay.
So he understands where it hurts the more.
Okay.
It's more like maybe you had a dream and you told me, I had a dream, and in the dream I was eating, and I now responded to you by saying you did not eat in the dream. I don't have right to say that because I wasn't there. I wasn't in your dream. So any man that does it, he's the one that is wearing the shoes, that wore the shoes, so he understands better why he did that. The truth is, now I tell a true life story. A friend of mine got married to a guy who had no job.
Okay.
You know, as a matter of fact, on their wedding day, that was several years ago. If I'm 50 to now, you should imagine how many years back.
Okay.
Then I was still single. I was a young girl, you know. And when we attended her wedding was something else. She sang. She's a wonderful singer. She sang for her husband, and all of us there were like, God, when will be our when? You know, you just look up to marriage when you are there. But before you know it, feel like a year into the marriage, the man finally got a job and abandoned her, packed, and started staying with a new lady. He abandoned her for an older lady. And in the midst of this pain, this woman fell sick. She was in the hospital for a long time, and you know, friends kept going there. Forgive this man, forgive him, just forgive him and move on. She said, no, she won't forgive him. That she suffered with this guy when he had nothing. He was jobless. They married into her house and all the stuff, that she will not forgive him. That she'd rather die than forgiving him. And you see, people who make some statement most time ended up dying. She was sick to the point that she finally died. But the man moved on. And all of us were like, everybody insult to, if insult kills that man, the man would have died. People insulted, we flogged him with our words. Everybody were talking, but later on I was like, you never can tell. Let's not just conclude. Let's look at it from the other side. Do you know, even though it's not a justifiable reason to abandon her, we never can tell what the man was going through.
Yeah.
The truth is, marriage, for any marriage to be successful, these two key points needs to play.
Yes.
That submission and that love.
Yes.
The man ought to love. The woman needs to be submissive.
Yes.
Now, what is submission? Submission is willful loyalty to your partner. Submission is not like you are not less than the woman when you submit. Now, a man you suffered with, and you don't submit to him, you choose not to respect him. That man can decide to move on if he finds somebody that respects him. Every man has an ego that needs massage.
Yeah.
If the man finds somebody elsewhere that is massaging his ego, he can decide to move on, never minding what anybody feels. You know, what men sees as respect are very tiny things. Your man can say, okay, my wife, my zip is spoiled. Please let me fix this zip before I come back tonight. And the man comes back the next morning, you want to wear the trouser, and you have not fixed the zip. Tomorrow you repeat another one. Next week, the man might see that as being disrespectful. So when a man decides to move on, several things are, involved. You never can tell. From afar, from the surface, the man might be judged. The man might want to crucify the man. But maybe something went wrong inside there that nobody knows. Only the man that wears the shoe knows. For instance, I married my husband when he was just a classroom teacher. But today, he's a consultant. He's taking people abroad for training and whatever. Now, when he was a classroom teacher, he was, the kind of people he relates with are not the kind of people he's relating with today.
Okay.
Today, he relates with a whole lot of people. So if whether male or female, gender, every kind of. Now, if I don't grow along and I start being possessive or being jealous because several women call and the rest, and some men will like. Do you know there are a lot of women that even goes to their husband's business places and cause trouble?
Yes.
This is a man, in the name of I suffered with you when you don't have anything. Now you have something. You are gathering people. You need people if you are a business, whatever we do in this life, we need people management. You need people around. It is people that makes you successful. Now this life you are doing, if all these people are not here, all of us are not here, the life will not be lively. So you need people. So as the man grows, he has many people around. You, the woman, has to match up.
There are
certain level you start wearing some kind of shock absorber.
Yeah.
You start giving for your mental sanity. You just let some things go so that peace can prevail.
Mad Kings, thanks for elevating her. Thank you so much for elevating her, Mad Kings.
Thank you.
Some go ahead to the place and cause a whole lot of trouble. And some women are disaster. I'm sorry to use that word. You might marry a cute man who does not like dirty. And the man comes to the house. Pot is on the table. Ice fish. The room is smelling ice fish. Everywhere is messy. And the man keeps telling you, I am a public figure. I like neat environment. I want my home to be homely. I want to come home and have a beautiful home. But no, he says it today, Tomorrow he says, by the time the man gets out there and sees somebody who is ready to give him all he wants, the man will forget whatever you have done with him, how long you have stayed with him, how much you have invested in him. He will forget because somebody say men are selfish. To an extent, every individual is selfish. The man he just needs satisfaction at that point in time. So the truth is, we might not know the underlying factor. So it is sometimes wrong to just be judgmental. It is sometimes wrong to just conclude that this man, like when I started, I say it is bad, it is sinful, it is not good.
It's not good.
But sometimes, in summary, there are underlying factors. There are things that pushes men to abandon a woman who has spent all their lives with him or when he had nothing. Not necessarily because he has started having money, but because you, the woman, refuse to grow along. You can decide to let go and move on. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. I'm really grateful. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for this. Is just summed it up. Yeah, in every relationship, it takes two to tango. You just have to be there for your man. You just have to show him that you are committed to that relationship. That is how, when eventually he becomes big, it will be difficult for him to just abandon you that way. And it also tallies with what you are saying, that your attitude, your words of mouth, how do you respect him? How do you treat him when this going was rough? It will also impact on the way he will treat you when the going becomes good. We know some people are bad, but some people they still have conscience. They will still remember, this lady never offended me. This lady has been there for me, supported me financially and otherwise. No, I can't do this to her. I can't do this to her. And that will make our relationship to be, and then grow. Don't make it difficult for the man to carry you along. Don't make it difficult. Don't make it hard for him to carry you along. Try to develop yourself. Try to grow. Communicate with him. Find out what he has in mind. If he's shifting his tendencies, try to shift too. Try to always have new grants, new goals, new things you are pursuing together. Try to tag along, emotionally connect to him. Let your plans be tallying with each other, and don't let his own glory be dwarf your own. No, as it's growing, you too should start growing on your own too, so that you will not be high, low there, and he's up there, and making him to look for another people, another group of people to socialize with. No, always make sure you're growing pari passu, so that he will not be able to drop you. He will not find any reason to drop you. This is what we have to do for ourselves. Please, if you are joining us, this is Kechi Vibe Matchmaking, where we look for information and look for ways to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, and vibrant. Today, we brought out the topic of why do some men drop the women they built with them for other women, and what are the solutions. We looked at the things that make men to drop their women, and we've also looked at the solutions. And we have said that all these things, when we do them, we find out that we have less cases of men abandoning with their wives. We will have less cases of men thinking that they have arrived, they have made it big, and so they don't want their women again, the women that labor with them, for them not to be dropped. We have brought up some points, and some counselors have given us their own ideas, their own contribution to solidify what I've said. So this is it. Please like this video, comment, drop your own ideas, your own comments, and share this video. Let it go viral so that other people get to learn, get to know. Because we have to stop this like a rampage. We have to stop these viruses of men making it big and abandoning their wives, abandoning their women. We have to stop it. And how we can stop it? By we disseminating this information, spreading this information, letting people know, letting women know that it's not actually the men's fault entirely. We too are contributory factors to making the men to abandon us when they have made it big. And for us to know the changes we have to do, we have to incorporate. And you also have to be at alert. Notice when this increase is coming, and notice some changes in your partner's behavior, and begin from that age, that tender style, that early stage, to begin to correct, make the corrections so that it doesn't go deep. A man that womanizes doesn't start in a day. He doesn't just jump into it. He starts gradually, small, gradually, before he now becomes a full-blown man that cheats. So if you are observant and you are watching your relationship, you will know when the tendencies start. You will know how to do the communication, how to connect, or how to close the gap to avoid such anomalies, to avoid the situation getting to that extreme. So this is what we must do, and it's a service to humanity. If you have seen this video, share it to other people to get to know, to get to learn, to get counsel, to get information, to get the awareness that relationships are supposed to be enjoyed. They are supposed to be sweet. They are not supposed to be endured. They are supposed to be enjoyed. And what we must do to make our relationships to be enjoyable are what we are interested in. Those are the things we bring forth here. Those are the things we handle. And please, so anytime you see this video, like it, share it, and let it go around. Let it get to other people. Let the information be disseminated so that other people will get to know and make some corrections. And so many people who are looking for partners, this is where you can get them. Anytime we are live, it's time for matchmaking. You can always send us an invite to bring up to the screen. So you tell us your name, your age, location, describe the kind of a partner you want, and who knows, your partner may even be there at the comment section. Connection will take place immediately, or you can drop all this information at the comment section. We'll pick it up from there and work on it for you. Or join us in our community. We have a vibrant community where we do matchmaking. Check for the link either at the bio, at the description, at the comment section, anywhere around the video. You see a link that will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. Your partner might even be there already waiting for you, and the match will just be done immediately. So thank you very much for being there. I really appreciate your presence. And as I said, today we'll discuss why is it that men make it big and then they abandon the women that built with them. Why does it happen? And we've also brought out the topic or the points that we have to use to make sure that such things don't happen. Some solutions, the solutions to the problem of men abandoning their women when they have made it. We brought out the solutions. They are 10 in number, and we said if you imbibe in them, if you utilize them, if you get used to all these things we have mentioned and you use them in your relationship, you find out that your partner will not abandon you. He or she will be remaining with you, because it's not only men that abandon their women, women also abandon their men when they think they have increased. So these are the things that both parties should incorporate to make sure that these relationships don't have any breakage on the way it has become rampant these days. So thank you very much for being there. I appreciate your presence. Please, as I said, like this video, share it, and drop your comment, and see you same time tomorrow for another exciting edition. Thank you. Bye.